have a lot of club members here. We have a lot of candidate support teams here. We're just so happy that you're here. We will be sending out the address and the phone numbers and everything so that you guys can all take advantage of volunteering to help our candidates, to help their cause. We're almost, we're in a civil, I will call it not a civil war in America, but I'll call it a civil disagreement. And it's not so civil sometimes. I believe that we all have to step up if we want our Democrats to be in office. There's no way that we can just do a little bit. There's no way I can say, okay, I'll make a call now and then, or I'll do this now and then. There's no way that we can move ahead as a grassroots organization against the multi-millions of our opponents unless we really become grassroots, unless we really join together. And when I look around this room, I just see people who are so committed to that. And it's just, it feels like family. And those that I don't know so well yet, I just invite you and hope that you will join us to the maximum that you are able to. It just can't be more important to change the texture of the democracy of this country. If not for us, who? If not now, when? And if not here, where? Let's start with Tim Sheridan, who's running for Congress in the 42nd, as most of you know. And so go ahead, Tim.
Thank you. And hello, everyone, and welcome to our campaign headquarters as well. That little corner. You should know that we have bumper stickers for donation, buttons for donation, and T-shirts for donation. And if you're so inclined, please go over and help yourself to a button, bumper sticker, or T-shirt. I also want to acknowledge my team that's here. This campaign that I've started has only progressed because of a team that has done a fabulous, a terrific job. And for those of you that are on the team, if you would stand up, I would appreciate that. My campaign chair is Allison Dale. She is the owner of A to Z Printing up in Riverside. It's a union print shop. She's not here today. She's in Florida. My campaign vice chair is Carrie Michelle, who's taking my picture as we speak. And Ira Robinson is also a vice chair. And I want to say thank you to everyone else on the team. You guys are doing a great job, and I really appreciate it. I just want to make one other point about the campaign. And we have been very fortunate in the last 10 days, and I've been talking about this to almost anybody who'll talk to me today. In the last 10 days, we have been on Jeff Horstman's blog on PE.com 3 times. And that has just been a terrific benefit for our campaign. I'm really appreciative of that. Carrie has worked really hard on that. Cindy Peterson, who's not here, she's in North Carolina. She's our press secretary. She's done a terrific job. And what we're really trying to do, yes, sir?
And the print edition also another time.
Yeah, we were in the print edition last Monday as well. Thank you. And Cindy has done a terrific job for us, as well as other team members. And that's something that we're very proud of, that we've been fortunate to have earned media, so to speak, in our campaign. Finally, let me say this. We have a tough race. I think we can win this race. But beyond just this race, one of the things I want my campaign to do is to build this party in this part of the county. I think that is the most important thing. Other than winning the seat, is to build this party so it's very strong. We saw what the Democrats in the desert did for Congressman Ruiz and how strong their party is in the desert. And that's something that I think we can do here. So I want to echo what Suji said. We want to make this office an office where you can come every day and spend an hour and do a little bit of work. Spend 5 hours and do a lot of work. Or just come down and say hello and let people know that you care that we're here. That's something that we want to build. That's something that we've tried to do with our campaign. And hopefully, as time goes on throughout the rest of this campaign season.
Thank you very much. And thank you all for coming out today. This is a
grand showing, and I am really encouraged by seeing all of the Democrats in here. I went for years as a Inland Empire resident before I met another Democrat, so this is wonderful. I'm running an extraordinary campaign. It is the cheapest campaign you've probably ever heard of. There are two expenses for my campaign. One is business cards, and they are in a little holder up there on the table in that corner by the door. And the second expense is the $3,700 that it will cost to put my candidate's statement in the voter information pamphlet. I am hoping that the 30% of registered voters in this district, 462,000 of them, 462,000 residents, 211,000 registered voters, of which 30% are independent. I think the Republicans are going to vote for Republican. The Democrats are likely to vote for Democrats if they come out. And the 30% independents will, I hope, I think, I postulate, will go to the voters' information pamphlet put out by the Registrar of Voters and read my opponent's statement and my statement. So everything is on the line for that kind of a campaign. My opponent, as you all know, that this is a very Republican district, as I said, 45-25. Well, I'm seeing it from a very realistic perspective here. It's a Republican district. I'm running against a Caucasian woman who married a Hispanic and now has a Hispanic last name. She is very young, from my perspective, 35, 40-ish. I say that's very young. And she has 4 or 5 kids, and she does lots of what I call PTA visits around the district. So she's well thought of, and I think well of her PTA projects around the district too. The problem with her is that when something important comes to the state legislature, like fracking, like immigration, like an oil extraction tax for the oil companies, we're the only state in the union that does not impose a tax on the oil companies for taking oil out of our state, that she will vote the typical Republican positions on all those kinds of issues. So I don't know her personally, but she seems like a lovely lady, except when I think about the important issues that are going through the state assembly for California. So I have been raising money. I'm up to a little over half of the $3,700 that I need to pay for my candidate statement. I still have 15 or 16 unions in the state that are affiliated in the local area that I'm working with and trying to convince to endorse me and support me financially. And I definitely am going through with making the commitment to pay the Registrar of Voters for that candidate statement. You will see my name on the ballot. You will see my statement in the candidate statement of the information pamphlet. And I'm hoping a lot of people will be reading those statements and deciding what's best for them And as all of you know, what's best for them is the democratic program, democratic values. Thank you so much for being here.